Well, I didn't find a walkthrough. This game is apparently too newly released for the English version, maybe? I mean, there's like only a day or two ago that it was released on Steam. Or I just don't know where to look, but I looked on GameFAQs, I looked up just a general name of the game, and then walkthrough on a Google search. Come up with all these sites that have pages to put a walkthrough into, but no actual walkthroughs. And then going on to the game's website, and then their official forums, that also doesn't have the game even mentioned anywhere. And it's also entirely in Russian. And yes, I looked for the name of the game in Russian. Didn't find it there either. So, I am just going to scout ahead and see if I can figure out what to do, and then reload and pick back up recording from this point. So, bye for now, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I did scout ahead, and it actually didn't take me as long as I thought it would. I found out how to get into the garage. To do that, you have to go into this area, and I've also gotten kind of accustomed to double clicking, so otherwise it just takes too damn long. There we go. I still kind of think it takes too long just because it needs to like slow fade to black each time. But anyways, it's in this kitchen-like area. There's the thermos.
What a huge thermos.
So slow. Anyways, you pick that up, and... Oh, sorry. I thought I was recording my voice still. You can't really look at the items for some reason. You just click to, like, equip them, basically. Or not. This guy is not very talkative when compared to, like, other player characters in adventure games. But anyways, you have to assume that it's empty, because it doesn't say anything about its contents. And here is a tea kettle and a hot plate. So...
A tea kettle?
You also assume, because the guy doesn't tell you anything, you also have to assume that the tea kettle already has water in it. So you pick it up, you steal it, and you put it in your pants. And the hot plate...
A hot plate.
Now, I don't really like it that he doesn't form complete sentences. I find that very aggravating, but whatever. So switch on the hot plate. I should say he hardly ever forms complete sentences, it seems. So anyways, I'm still getting over a cold.
A hot plate.
Hot plate's on, but nothing's on it. Put the kettle on it. That's what you do with the hot plate. And you just wait for a while, because you can't do anything with it.
The kettle is still hard at work.
Yep. Now, I haven't tried this, but let's try...
The kettle is still hard at work.
Yeah, so you can't fill up the thermos yet. You have to wait for it to steam. And also, if you try to go away...
Turn off the hot plate, will you? What are you trying to start a fire?
Actually, I didn't see that before. But, yeah, you can't move away unless you turn off the hot plate. But first, we're going to fill
Nothing like a hot, full thermos on a frigid day.
Fill up the thermos. And now let's see if that guy yells at us.
The hot plate's still on. I can't just go wandering off.
Yeah, that's what I saw before, was that message. So, you turn off the hot plate.
A hot plate.
So, I didn't try this before because you probably don't need to,
A
but
tea kettle.
nah, I guess you can't pick it up. Now it's stuck to the hot plate
A tea kettle.
because you don't care about it anymore. So anyways, let's go back to the garage area. Double clicking all the way. This is just about as fast as possible. I don't know if this thermos starts to not be hot anymore. Like some games have that feature where you have to get there in a certain amount of time or something like that, and that's part of the puzzle, is getting to a place in record time, but we're just pouring it on right away.
Finally, now comes the easy part.
Now comes the part where you stick it in the hole.
You know, it almost surprises me when things work the way they should around here. What a strange place.
So then you just open the garage. And you can actually go in the garage before moving the car in. So let's do that. It's probably not much different. But if we can do it, why not? And I just saw the screen glitch out a little bit. That's okay. There's actually not that much that's clickable in the garage. I searched around all these things and the different screens, and this seems to be one of the only clickable things in the garage. And it's just a screwdriver that's clickable. Doesn't even say if it's a flathead or a Phillips head. Whoops. But, yeah. And I really didn't see anything clickable on the other areas, so let's... Oh. Also that door that you saw over there. Well, it looks like the game crashed for some reason right then, so I'm going to catch up to that point and continue on. One thing I just noticed is that in the dialogue options, it's numbered, so you could actually use the number keys to pick a dialogue option instead of having to click on it. Just something to be aware of. Okay, so now I'm going to save, so I don't have to do that again. Get the screwdriver and probably save again. What I was trying to show you before was that this door goes into the basement, and now we can pass back and forth, because before it was barred from the other side, I think, from this side.
I think this leads to the basement.
So yeah, that's when the crash happened, was when I was trying to show you that. But let's just bring the car down now. So that's what we were supposed to do all along. And this is actually something that I haven't done yet, that I haven't scouted ahead yet on. I like how there's a nice shadowing lighting effect on this car, and then this car kind of stands out as being just like ordinary 3D model. I mean, it doesn't stand out too horribly, but you can tell that this is part of the scenery.
My car, it's not much, but we've been through a lot together.
So, I forget exactly why I was supposed to park the car there, but there was a guy in the, I think it was the living room type of area, fireplace area, that was whining about my car not being parked, so let's go back there, I guess.
I think this leads to the basement.
Oh, you can lock it now. Actually, I haven't shown you this area yet, so let's go that way. Now, I don't see anything to do over here, so don't really know what else to do over here.
Transformer.
See, so those one-word sentences that really start to piss me off. 'Cause that's not really a sentence. That's a noun.
I think this leads to the basement.
I'm not sure why you'd lock it, though, just yet. I'm wondering if there's going to be a need to lock it later on. Because, I mean, this game doesn't really afford for, just having things for the sake of realism. Like being able to lock it just for...
Ugh. I think I see rats here.
Like being able to lock it just for the sake of you should be able to lock it in real life. I don't think that factors into this game, really, judging on what we've seen so far. I think it's more of something that we'll use later on. Now that we have a new item, I want to try it out on things. I'm not sure why it froze again. This is getting annoying. I'm wondering if my recording it is causing it to freeze, because sometimes Fraps interferes with stuff, but I don't know. Last we left off, we were here, so I'm gonna just park the car and continue on. Also get the screwdriver, I forgot that we did that too. But I don't know what to do with the screwdriver yet. Okay, so I'm saving right here, just so that I don't have to do that again if the game freezes. And let's see if we can find that guy in the fireplace place. Probably going the wrong way. Yep, I went the wrong way. I also wonder if the double clicking maneuver has been causing it to crash, because it kind of does that when I'm transitioning between screens. Let's see if the screwdriver works in this area now. I'm gonna save, just in case.
Ah, Lieutenant Glebsky.
What are you up to?
I am trying to repair the... You've got me.
Can I have...
Yes, of...
I guess it would make sense, seeing how that looks like flathead screws holding those in, but I don't really know what to do here. Are we supposed to line it up with... I don't know, give me a second. Diary says roommate is blue. So supposedly these things aren't working, so maybe it's because they need to be lined up with the correct number and color. I don't know. Let's see if that works. Can I save? Save.
Excellent. Now we just need to put everything in its place.
What did he do exactly? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm a little confused on what these things are, how to connect these things, but like just physically what to click in order. Like I'm trying to connect blue to 8, obviously, but it's weird like what combination does what, because I can't just drag and drop. So 5 is red, 4 is violet. Yeah, I'm really at a loss for what I'm supposed to be clicking. Okay, so maybe click and then click. Okay, that works. It's a little unintuitive. Usually things have something to indicate that you selected that, if that's what you're trying to accomplish. But no, not this game. Four is violet, but 4 is like the most distant one. Jeez. Is yellow, and that's all the remaining ones that I see. But then again, if like the puzzle is to get someone else's room rung to like go in there, maybe this is the wrong approach. I don't know. Right now I'm just going directly by what is said here because that's not how it was already, so I'm assuming that that's the more likely solution, but I don't know. Now it's just a matter of, I guess, figuring out where the remaining ones go. But where is it missing? Oh, okay. It's missing there. And wait, no. Oh, okay, it's missing one there. So there we go. And this one can go there, maybe? I don't know. This is totally screwed up. I mean, because we only know 4 of these numbers, so there's 3 remaining that could be any. So I don't know. We'll see if this works.
Looks like a fire alarm.
I don't really understand. You'd think that that would be on the other side of the wall that has the call buttons, but maybe not. I really don't know
The study
what the setup of this place is, what the logic is behind it, anything like that. Well, let's go in and bother that lady. Or let's talk to this guy and see if anything new happened.
You want something, Detective?
About the call button in your room.
What should you care about my room or anything in it?
I'm just asking about the call button. Tell me, what color is it?
Never! Though, hey, I'm dying for a smoke over here.
Sure.
Well, alright then. It's orange. Room number 7. You happy now?
Yay, we got another call button color, but that's not really what I wanted.
Alright, I'm off then.
I really want to see if he was the guy complaining about my car not being parked. 'Cause I want to see what the big deal was about that being a big deal. But what ifs? Maybe it was the guy in his room. Click. Now I forget where I was. This place doesn't have a call button, does it? No. Completely forget where I was. I don't think it was here, though. That wasn't a call button, was it? No, that's a power box or something. Oh, it's starting to glitch out on me. Maybe that's a sign of a freezing.
The Moseses can wait. These are the No.
I want to know the Moses' call button color. You jerk.
So we are compatriots in...
Right.
See if I made any progress with regard to her and what she thinks.
Oh, Lieutenant
Well,
And apparently
it-
not. Nothing happened, so I haven't completed the puzzle yet, apparently. So let's go back.
Firewall.
Firewall! Firewall! I'm totally getting lost. I need a map. Although that usually doesn't help in games with all different camera angles like this. Now I can just butt right in. Don't I care in the world. So, room 7 is orange. Was anything green already?
I think I need some... Excellent.
Okay, so maybe this goes to... No. To 9? I don't know. Nothing was 9, was it? Yeah, nothing was 9. So the remaining ones that we don't know of are, this isn't draggable. Okay, so we know yellow, violet, red, blue, orange. Yellow, violet, red, blue, orange. And I'm assuming that this is not what they call blue, and this would be light blue. So, light blue and green are the ones that we don't know yet. And those would have to be either 6 or 9, supposedly. 6 or 9. Now I'm not sure if the order they are on this matters at all, because I'm assuming that you could connect each one to whatever and then to the next one, but I don't know. I'm actually wondering why there is a pass-through, why you can't just connect straight across. Are real electrical boxes set up this way? I have no idea. But anyways, it might just be a matter of trial and error at this point. Because, I mean, there are only 2 options, supposedly, or is it 4? 2, 3, or 4? I don't know. I'm bad at the math right now. I'm not really paying attention. But we can give that a try.
Yes, I think that should do it.
Okay,
Many
so
thanks, Lieutenant. Surely this calls for a feast. Luckily, Kaisa should be serving dinner about now. Shall we investigate?
surely this calls for a feast. Major facepalm. Anyways, I don't even know how he determined that that was absolutely correct. I mean, last time it looked correct. Like, not knowing all the numbers and colors. This time he knows for sure. Not that he, like, tested out or anything. It just has to work now, I guess. So anyways, we couldn't go in this door before because our stupid protagonist doesn't go into doors uninvited. So now I'm assuming we should be able to. Now's a good time to save as well. Try the door. Since he's saying, this calls for a feast.
Baptism by fire, an exotic liqueur distilled from Edelweiss petals.
I can't believe that he's one of the primary characters and he is the worst actor. I hate that so much.
Thanks, but no thanks.
What? I don't believe it. Surely you must have a good reason.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess I'd better give it a shot.
Excellent. Now you're talking like a man. Bottoms up, Mr. Glebsky. Bottoms up, Lieutenant.
Jeez, is this a minigame? What the hell do I do? Oh, come on. This is the same minigame as before.
Ah, don't look so glum, Lieutenant. This swill would choke even my Bucephalus.
Okay, so I'm not sure if that's just an alternate path. Like, if you screw up on that, something happens. if you screw up on drinking wine. But let's, I mean, it's letting you screw up, so I'm assuming that you just keep going. I have no idea what this is all for. I'm assuming this seems a lot like a puzzle, but since we don't have the context, it's just a weird menu screen.
Don't be so humble, Lieutenant. You're free to take as much as you like. Please indulge yourself.
Well, let me click everything then. No, you gotta select one of each.
Easy, Lieutenant. Take any more poultry and you'll start laying eggs yourself.
I really wasn't even paying attention to what I picked. So, apparently it was chicken.
Come, Lieutenant, indulge us. Indulge yourself.
I don't know how to sit down at a table.
Go ahead, Lieutenant. You've more than earned your fill.
How the fuck do I sit down at the table and eat my fucking food?
Lieutenant, well, about the coal lamps. Thank you. They're as good as new. Here, please help yourself. It's all quite delicious, if I may say.
What's the matter, Lieutenant? Forgot what fork to use?
They're all taunting me because I don't know how to sit at a fucking table.
So, Lieutenant, I hear that we have you to thank for tonight's dinner. Is that right?
I don't see how fixing a call button gets a meal prepared. But maybe I missed that context. I pick out a different set of meal until they stop making fun of me or something?
Not that is any of my concern, Glebsky, but if you eat so much meat, you're liable to develop a gout.
Jeez, they are telling me what to eat. This is ridiculous. That's the puzzle, apparently. Getting people to not make fun of you.
Bon appetit, Lieutenant. Your place is already set.
Jeez, finally.
You have quite the hand for electronics, Lieutenant.
Again, there's only one option, so why do I even have to click it? But whatever.
What? Oh, well, it seemed straightforward enough.
Anyway, we owe you this meal. Afterward, let's all get together for a toast. I have some grand port I can warm up.
Sounds good to me. I'm for it.
Lately, this hotel seems a magnet for strange events.
Indeed. Remember my shoes. Incidentally, Lieutenant, thanks again for locating them.
I was just lucky, really.
They were in the middle of the floor in a room that this guy put us in, basically. How did I How should I have had a hard time there? This game doesn't make sense sometimes.
Think of it, gentlemen. The uncanny right amongst us here, in our very own hotel. I don't mean to suggest flying saucers exactly, but...
Oh no, don't you tell me you're into that junk, Barnadoo.
Well, I'm just speculating.
Pure rot.
How about you, Brune? Do you believe in UFOs too?
Perhaps we had best save that for later.
Yeah, well, I'll go see how Bucephalus is doing. You guys have a blast.
Who the hell is Bucephalus? I'm gonna follow his ass. And murder him.
Someone's been walking around at night. He leaves his soggy footprints all over the place.
You got any idea who?
Beats me.
So the man beats you.
I ask you, Lieutenant, what's a false receipt or a counterfeit passport here or there? Not that I would know anything about those matters. I tell you, everything's in line. You got it?
Well, on that note...
Interesting. Am I leaving the table now?
I think it's getting to be about nap time.
Now I can't click anyone to talk. You know, I thought that I was going to choose a line of dialogue along that lines, but apparently it was a way of getting out of the conversation. I really hate it when the music just abruptly stops and goes to something else. They could have at least faded it out, faded it in, or something like that. Music is supposed to be creating ambience, but it's just a distraction when that happens. Can't steal any liquor, apparently. Nothing to do over there either.
Locked.
Break it down! So, we're supposed to be going to our room. However, I'm curious to...
Come to think of it, what better dessert than a nice nap?
Oh, okay, so it's basically pigeonholing us into our room. It's not so much that we're controlling this guy as we're sharing in his experience. This is his room. And I'm actually getting pretty scared because now I should have, like, saved by now. Okay, Lieutenant Glepsy plunged into a dream. He saw
I wonder how
somebody out,
Alec is
something,
doing
something.
with that port.
And I didn't read the rest because I was distracted. But maybe it wasn't important. What's this big old brute with face of bulldog nasty business? Keep having a hard time using this menu. Sorry, I try to make it a point to read things aloud because I can't assume that everyone is watching the video intently. Like, I like to just listen to Let's Plays mostly, see what goes on, see if there's anything insightful that happens. So I like to read it, and this one is about Olga, powerful yet old, yet odd beauty, could be 40, could be 20, kind of face you don't expect outside of cosmetic ads. And although it didn't show me in the bed, we have to assume that he laid down and slept on it, and everything was perfectly the way it was the day prior. So now I'm just looking for what else to do. Assuming this is the next day. I think that's what we're supposed to assume. So now I think it's just gonna be a bunch of wandering around until we find out what else we're supposed to do.
Books on voodoo and
And I assume some things will have new interactions, and I really should save now because I keep forgetting. I just know the game's gonna freeze on me at any moment. Maybe we should check out people's rooms.
room number 6. No one at home. What, play billiards alone? Here's room number 7. No one at home. That's room number 8. No one at room number 9. No one at home.
Okay, so maybe they're all outside of their rooms right now. Gotta chase them down.
Door to a shower room looks practically abandoned.
I don't have any key or anything, do I? Is this my room key? I think it is. Can I break in? No. Ugh, flickering. Now, nothing was out here before, and it looks like nothing's out here still. They've all left me! You'll be my friend.
Mr. Klebski?
You haven't seen Mr. Moses around?
He's in his room. He told me to keep away.
Oh, okay, so someone actually was in the room when we passed it up. You take too long to turn around.
Mr. Klebski?
Kaiser, honey, have you seen Barnstalker?
I think he's in the library.
So maybe she's like the reference for where we're supposed to go at any given time.
Mr. Klebski?
Kind of reminds me of Mother Goose in Mixed Up Mother Goose, how you'd be like, you'd go to her for hints. And she'd be like, blah 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 in the study, or something like that, I don't know.
Hey, can you tell me where I might find Simony?
I saw him in the library playing cards. Mr. Klebski?
Do you know where Olga got off to?
She's in her room. I was asked not to disturb her.
So I missed two people's rooms.
Mr. Klebski?
Sorry, Kaiser. My mistake.
He doesn't want to chit-chat with her. He's just using her. So I guess I might as well go back up to the rooms, because most people are in the rooms currently, right? I forget if I went over here already. I think I did.
Here's room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So let's try over here. Just strolls right in. I forget whose room this is, but it seems like there's never anyone in it. I'm gonna really feel bad when if I play this.
What is this?
When and if I play this game a second time through, because then I'll maybe pay more attention to the context. Damn you, music.
Closed.
Where are these people's rooms? I have to be just missing a room somewhere or two. Because she said that people are in their freaking rooms. Unless her rooms are in the basement. I don't know where they are.
Room number 6. No one at... What? Play bi...
Now, since that door was responsive, what, play billiards alone? Maybe eventually get people to play billiards with you? I don't know.
No one... That's room number 8.
I'm gonna really freaking irritated if no one's actually
No one
in the
at
room
home.
and she's just lying to me.
Room number 9. No one at...
I'm gonna save here and pick back up when I figure out where these people are. 1 second. Well, actually I didn't do anything besides circle the upper level, and no one's in their rooms, so I'm gonna need to search elsewhere. And this is my room area, and the other asshole's room. So So let's try over here. Let's try anywhere. That's outside. You're too slow. Get in there.
Looks like a fire alarm.
Okay, we found 2 people. Now's a good time to save. Did I empty? Yep, I emptied out my diary. Apparently, nothing else is important at this time. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe that was just the portion of my notebook that I didn't have anything in. Okay, so I guess this is what I was supposed to be doing. Now what? I just figured out that you could click on these, but I don't know why you would click on them.
Oh, do you play?
I wouldn't if I were you, Lieutenant. The man's a shark.
Sure, why not?
I really don't know what I'm doing. Is this poker? I think I know how to play poker.
Bust. You lose.
Yeah, this is probably poker. Where's it? Which? Blackjack? I don't know. Whatever the one is where you want to get a hand of 21, but nothing over. So, 12. I'm going to stand on that. So that's, what is that? 17?
Draw game. Bust. You lose.
I'm just going to lose a lot and see what happens.
Bust. You lose.
Since I'm already on a losing streak. Oh, wait, it went to 0? I don't understand. Oh, that's the amount of your hand. And I don't see it keeping score, so maybe you just have to win once.
You win.
So what happened when I won? I don't get it.
Bust. You lose. Bust. You lose. Bust. You.
I don't see anything happening from losing so far. And I didn't see anything happen from winning either, and I don't see a score being held. So maybe this is just a useless distraction. I'm gonna stop now, if I can. I don't know how. I guess escape works.
Lieutenant, come join us.
Yes, do us a favor before our guru here runs his pocketbook dry.
I don't know what the purpose of this is.
Sorry, got something else going. Some kind of poet?
I need to find the fireplace area. But I'm not sure where that is. That's the dining room. Is there that?
The room is... That...
What was this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm busy.
There, we finally talked to the lady. Or she talked to us.
Oh,
We can apparently see her face through the door.
That's where
And she doesn't care about us, so we're leaving. I can't find anything of interest yet. What's this place? There we go. There's people here.
In the mood for some hot mulled wine, Lieutenant?
On an evening like this? Why, I'd be mad to refuse.
Kaisa, the port. Find yourself a seat, Lieutenant.
He gives in to peer pressure. That's what I'm making him do in this playthrough.
So what's the deal with this Moses character?
He says he's a businessman on the road for personal reasons, but he's certainly no businessman.
So, who is he?
A crazed millionaire, burning his wallet at both ends, a mad scientist, a magician, an inventor, anything but a businessman.
Maybe a counterfeiter.
No, his money is real enough.
A magician, you said? Do you believe in magic, Mr. Snevar?
Ghosts, flying saucers, magic. If I can imagine it, Peter, I can't believe it. There's a kernel of truth to every story, however fantastic it may be.
What about Mrs. Moses? What can you tell me about her?
Well, surely you notice that she's dumber even than Kaisa. Beyond that, I think Moses beats her. He has his whip, a sort of riding crop. I can't imagine what Moses should need of one.
Well, you know, Alec.
They are an odd pair. There's no denying that. But hush. Let's us continue later. I think someone is coming.
As you say, Alec.
That was the most awkward conversation I've ever heard. Just the acting. Not the actual dialogue.
Some storm out there. You know, someone just rattled my doorknob. Thought you might be interested.
Any chance it was Kaiser?
Kaisa? Kaisa? Well, maybe. All this is making me ill. A car. Did you hear that? I think we've got more visitors.
$200? For that money, I might as well have booked an airship and an orchestra. $200?
Olaf Unvarafaris, or just Olaf.
Lieutenant Peter Glebsky, on leave.
Good to meet you, Detective.
Hello, gentlemen. Please, this way. I will show you to my study.
Right, sure.
How much is it to drive a taxi anyway? Every time.
Gentlemen, please. What's done is done. Now, if you will follow me.
Well, I'll get out of your hair. See you tomorrow.
Lieutenant Gledsley plunged into a dream. He saw snowy Alps mountains clinging to their sides, and The Radiant Olga. Have we seen Olga yet? Anyways, Kinkus. Short, nondescript, a bit skittish, storm cloud over the head. I think some of that was translated a little strangely. What's his name? Jeez. Come on. Okay, Olaf. Tall, well-built, fair-haired, descended from Viking lords. Notes. I really don't know what the use is of graying out these notes. But let's do it. Oh, that area was a museum, so that wasn't someone's room. Pretty small for a museum. I don't know. Maybe other museums are that small. Okay, so maybe I'm supposed to go skiing. So this game is basically telling me what I'm supposed to be doing and seeing if I'm paying attention enough to actually do it. And apparently I don't need to take a shower or anything. In fact, there is no shower in this bathroom. At least not that you can see. Maybe that one downstairs is a community bathroom. They all get pissed if you're in the shower too long. But let's do as our notebook says and try and go skiing. Who's this asshole? Save. He's gonna kill me. In other games you save before a conversation because that conversation could go completely sour and you get shot. So I'm used to saving before conversations.
Good morning, Lieutenant. You wouldn't be a skiing man.
Hi, no more like just shuffling at the moment.
Just turns and walks away. What a dick. Nah, I wanted to go skiing on my own. So I saw some skis outside. I want to just do it. I don't need some asshole to tag along with me. I'm pro. Except I don't really know how to get outside. Let's talk to this bad actor.
Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Perfect weather for skiing.
Yes, looks like it. What are you reading?
Nothing special, just poring over some classics.
Well, I won't disturb you.
Might as well. He's here. Let's talk
Have
to
a good night's sleep, Lieutenant. You weren't bothered by any ghosts, were you?
Which ghosts are these again?
Never a dull time around here, eh? Well, forget all that, Lieutenant. Let's go skiing.
Not sure I'd like that much.
Sure, but of course there's no beating me.
Yes, of course. Surely I cannot compare to you.
Oh jeez, are we gonna go skiing now? Better not. Get this asshole out of here. I'm gonna go on my own! I like it when people keep walking, even once they've reached a door in video games. I find that hilarious. I need to stop trying to talk to these people because they keep trying to get me to ski with them.
Guess you can't ski hereabouts without leaving a mark.
Come on. Do I really have to talk to them and go skiing with them? Let me get on the motorcycle.
Grand morning! If you haven't noticed, I'm prepping my stallion for a race. Think about it. Your skis and my steed. Now, if that isn't a match made in heaven, well, what do you say, Dick?
Well, I don't have an option, apparently.
Why not? Might as well stretch my legs.
How you doing, Lieutenant? You ready yet?
This is the goofiest adventure game ever. It has, like, little mini games in an otherwise traditional adventure game, it seems.
I guess so.
Pick yourself up,
Ah,
Glebski.
jeez.
You aren't hurt, are you?
Okay, so arrow keys. Refuse!
Refuse.
What? He just says refuse! That is the goofiest thing. Oh, I can't click anyone.